In a distant kingdom long ago, there was a very cruel king. His laws were so harsh that even a minor mistake could lead to death. One day, a man in the kingdom accidentally broke one of these laws and was immediately captured by the king's soldiers. After several days, the man was brought before the king, who instantly sentenced him to death. The man was horrified and deeply troubled, but he was also smart. He gathered his thoughts and started to laugh loudly, which astonished the king and his advisors. They had never seen anyone laugh in such a serious situation. People usually cried, pleaded, or threatened, but laughing was completely unexpected. The king asked, "Why are you laughing? Did you not understand what I said?" The man replied, "No, my lord, I understood perfectly. You have sentenced me to death." "Then why are you laughing?" the king asked once more. The man said, "My lord, I have an amazing talent. I can teach horses to fly. I was planning to come to your court to tell you about this, but now I find myself in trouble and facing your punishment." I laughed because with my death, you will also lose the opportunity to have a flying horse. The king and his advisors were intrigued. They discussed it among themselves. One advisor said, "I think he is making this up to avoid death. Have you ever heard of a flying horse?" Another advisor said, "Who knows? Just because we have never seen a flying horse doesn't mean it's impossible." After listening to their opinions, the king was confused but also curious. He did not want to lose the chance to ride a flying horse. He asked the prisoner, "How long will it take you to train a horse to fly?" The man replied, "My lord, it will take a year." The king said in a menacing voice, "And if you fail, you will face a very painful death. Do you understand?" The man agreed and said, "But I have some conditions. While I train the horse, no one should disturb or watch us. This is to prevent your enemies from learning about this and trying to harm me. Also, food, clothes, and other necessities for my family should be provided so that I can focus entirely on my work." The king agreed and released him. When the man returned home, his wife and children were crying. His wife asked, "Why did you give the king such false hope? You know you can't make a horse fly. You will just die a terrible death in a year." The man smiled and said, "Why do you think that way? Look what we have gained. I was supposed to die today, but now I have another year to live with you. In that time, 3 things could happen. One possibility is I might die a natural death. The second possibility is the king, who is getting older, might die during this period. And the third possibility is perhaps I might even learn how to make a horse fly." He continued smiling and said, "So let us stay hopeful and enjoy our time together without any worry." It happened that 8 months later, a neighboring kingdom attacked, and in the battle, the cruel king was killed. With the king's death, the man no longer needed to make the horse fly. He was free to live happily with his family. From the story, we learn that being smart and staying hopeful can help us in difficult times. The man, instead of giving up when he was in trouble, thought quickly and cleverly to save himself. He used his wit to gain more time and believed that good things could happen in the future. This teaches us to stay calm, think creatively, and remain optimistic even when things seem very bad. It also shows that sometimes just having more time can change everything for the better.